Hello, and welcome to another afternoon episode of Live at MCX, where we have conversations with experts, partners, and pros about anything under creative media technology. And if you're into audio and video production, live events, broadcasts, or even a budding content creator or live streamer, stick around because this is right up your alley. So grab your favorite hot drink and join us for the next few minutes for your perfect afternoon break. Now, this episode continues to dive into the latest trends in video production. And the rise of live streaming has become very evident during the pandemic and even up to this day. And a lot of individuals and companies have, in one way or another, have used or implemented live streaming in their operations, whether it's a training activity for a company or a house of worship streaming their religious services, or even educational institutions streaming their activities so parents can attend a live stream even if they're not in their workplaces, or even if they're in their workplaces, And to give us a deeper understanding and a deeper perspective of this technology, I would like to introduce our special guest for today, live via Zoom, Miss Judy of Kiloview. How are you, Judy?
Hi Larry, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So it's getting cold here now. I mean, it's not as cold as where you are right now, but we'll take it. we'll take this cold weather that we have here, and it's really we're really happy to for you to join us. Even we know that you're very busy, and thank you for joining us today.
It's always my pleasure, and I actually look forward to have this kind of conversation with you.
Oh, thank you. So let's jump into the topic now. So for our viewers right now who have not heard of Kiloview yet, which is very unusual, especially if you're in a live streaming business, can you, Judy, in a very brief manner, please let our viewers know who Kiloview is?
Oh, okay, sure. So actually talking about Kiloview, we are a company established in 2011. And actually, since our company was established, we just focus on IP-based video transmission solutions. And, at that time, when the company was founded, we call ourselves Kiloview. So we always think if you want to see something over 1,000 miles away, then definitely the only way is through IP. So actually, ever since we are established, we actually offer the products and solutions for customers in different industries for the live streaming, for anything, for the live shows, for the monitoring, and of course, we keep developing our products and solutions in this AV over IP industry. And currently, you can see Kiloview can offer products and solutions for different inputs, different resolutions, with different outputs, different protocols. Especially, I know quite a lot of customers know Kiloview because of NDI. But actually, if talking about our history and talking about what we are started, we actually started with live streaming. So, we were offering products to help customers using different network types to make sure they can share their story, they can do live streaming anytime, anywhere. So, that's something about Kiloview.
That's really cool. Anytime, anywhere. And for our viewers, really right now, I mean, Kiloview, like what you mentioned, you started creating this idea of live streaming, and Kiloview has been there. Of course, live streaming has been with us for quite a bit, but we also know that Kiloview has been there since the beginning of NDI. Kiloview, as a matter of fact, is probably not, if not the first, probably one of the first companies who actually embraced NDI and then bring that NDI to the market. And I know that New Tech, before VizRT, New Tech and Kiloview has a very special relationship as well, and that is
And
really
even
something
now.
that And even now, yes, correct. And even now, and that's something that we are really proud of whenever we speak about, let's say, Kiloview as as a product that we put as part of a solution. And really, what we always say here in Midicast is that it's really a very good time to be alive. We hear this a lot of times, like everyone is a photographer or everyone is a content creator, etc. But now, you know, it might be very controversial statement, but what's the current state of live streaming as a business globally? I ask this question to you because I know that you're exposed to multiple regions, and there's no better person that can actually answer this in my opinion. Can we easily say that everyone can be a live streamer?
Well, I definitely agree. The current status of live streaming globally, I think it's developing very, very fast in different countries. While especially when pandemic was starting, I can recall Kiloview in if we talk back to 2020, everyone was just looking for me and ask products to do live streaming because of their own purposes. Either they are in the broadcast industry or they just want to share the lifestyle or whatever. Well, I'm based in China, so currently in China, I have to say the atmosphere is maybe even stronger because we have quite a lot of different apps to sell products. So if you do some shopping online, then you can see everyone is really doing the live streaming. Well, of course, in different countries, if we say globally, for example, in the UK, I can always see people do live streaming to share the music, they dancing together, maybe just in the weekend, and then they do the live streaming to YouTube and get more followers. And of course, we know in India, like a wedding is always very important. So every wedding is a production, and they would also like to share the special moments. So, and I can see the esports, people can also share online and talk to people about all those kind of interesting things, and they can communicate with each other. So I have to say, right now, live streaming is even everywhere, and of course for us, even me and you, we're just doing those kind of live streaming to talk about this kind of information technology. And for enterprise like Kiloview, we always do some kind of live streaming to share the product information, to share our company news, and always maybe just sometimes to talk, to chat, and to connect with our customers. So we can say right now, yes, live streaming is really everywhere.
Yeah. And right now we're doing live stream. So we're live streaming now. And actually, we're live streaming this episode using Kiloview, a Kiloview streaming appliance, which we're going to speak about later on. And even the recording, where the backbone of what you see right now is basically Kiloview. So, and that only shows how confident we are. And we've been, whenever we speak about Kiloview to not just broadcasters, live AV, anyone who really wants to run live streaming, and they see the quality of the live stream, it's really gonna be an easy decision. And one of the things that I'm really curious is, why do you think that there are more and more people interested in streaming these days?
Well, that's a good question. I believe, from my personal opinion, I believe it's the magic of connection. So when we do live streaming, we can always bring people together at real time, so that can narrows the physical boundaries, and also it's always interactive. So this kind of feeling can bring people together, which will make people feel they are getting closer. So no matter it's just sharing the knowledge, the experience, or just having a good time, it can always create a kind of sense, just like we are in the same community, and also we can build the trust. So we sometimes do the live streaming, we do the online webinar, and I can always have this kind of feeling that everyone can see my face, they can ask me questions, and then sometimes even there are some maybe not really perfect live streaming, then people can joke with me. So it's a kind of feeling that people are really connected, and this kind of opportunity would never exist if we only talk through emails or even phone calls. It's different. So I think probably that's the reason why people really like it.
Mm-hmm. And we've been speaking about live streaming, we've been throwing this term a lot for the past few minutes, but for those viewers right now, probably there are some viewers right now that are not familiar with live streaming. Can you quickly explain in a very simple way again, because we don't have a lot of time, but how does a typical live streaming work?
So actually, I think if easily speaking, we just capture the video, audio in real time, convert it, encoding it into the streaming in a kind of digital format, and then we just send over through internet, and then of course to the viewers can get together to see all those live streaming through the live streaming platforms or whatever. It's just like that.
And yeah, you've mentioned about internet as the major part of it, and like what we said, you have to keep it really simple. So you have your camera source, you have your streaming appliance that's connected to the internet and basically picked up by the streaming platforms where normally your viewers, your followers would watch the video. And do you think, you've mentioned internet in the conversation, but do you think the advancement in internet technology, like the speed and reliability, plays an important role in the rise of this live streaming business?
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, the speed and the reliability of the internet are actually very, very important. And actually, I think that's the most important parts for the live streaming. So as we previously mentioned, the core parts for us to do live streaming is we need to send the video and audio through internet in real time. So actually, if we want to send the video, actually the data is not just really very small. It depends on the bitrate. Well, the speed and the reliability of the internet will directly impact the streaming quality. Just imagine if the network bandwidth is low, and then of course there will be no way to send all the video data, and then there will be no way to get a high quality live streaming. And why people can right now do the live streaming with a mobile phone, because they have the 4G or 5G network. But if thinking about before, if we only have the 3G network, then there will be no way to do that. So definitely we have to say the internet technology is always the most important basis for the development of live streaming.
Yeah, I agree. And there used to be a time wherein live streaming is a very TV broadcast centric industry. But now, as you mentioned earlier, a lot of people and industry are actually actively streaming.
Yeah.
And for our viewers that are watching right now, what are the key factors that they have to consider in choosing the right live streaming appliance?
Yeah, so when we talk about choosing the right live streaming appliance, there are quite a few factors you need to consider, and I think first and the most important part is the reliability. So I believe you don't want to have any accidents happening during a live streaming. So just make sure, no matter if you are choosing your camera, your audio device, even your lights, your telescreen, and all those kind of sorry, your a teleprompter. I mean teleprompter or whatever. So the most important parts. Also, like the streaming devices, either the encoder or any software products, always make sure everything is with high quality, and also make sure it's quite reliable. So actually, you will need to think about all those details and make sure everything can work smoothly without any problem, and even sometimes think about the battery, your network, and always you also need to think about what kind of content you want to deliver. So just make sure you choose the correct devices, choose the correct setup, just to make sure the live streaming will be high quality. Just for example, if we have customers to build the live streaming studio, previously we even have this kind of experience having a kind of professional customers to sell the cars, then it will definitely be different to choose the devices if comparing with someone who just wants to sell the food. So that will also be different.
Of course, the creative part of it, the content, the scripts and all, of course, that's important.
Yeah.
And on the other side, the technical side of it, which you equally need to put equal love, I should say. It's really important. And you've mentioned reliability as one of the key factors to consider. And I just want to really emphasize on this. How important is this factor really? I mean, I know this is an obvious thing to know, but I think it's also important to emphasize this to our viewers right now.
Yeah, just imagine, if you are really on air for live streaming, then there will be no chance for the second time you can do it again, because everyone is just looking at you. So I think for the importance, that's quite obvious, and your audience will always expect a kind of the flawless experience, and also just for myself, I think as Kiloview, we sometimes do those kind of webinars. So I have to say, from my personal experience, I really had this kind of bad experience. And when I did my webinar, the camera just ran out of battery, and suddenly the live streaming was stopped to be black. And I can see from the live streaming platform, people are asking, "Oh, Judy, where are you?" So this kind of experience is really terrible. So and also when we also had this kind of similar experience when we did the live streaming in China. So if we use Zoom to do the webinar, and then actually the Zoom server is not in China, it's not based in China. So the network always be kind of problem, and then I can always see our customers talking to me, "Judy, why the image quality is so bad?" So you can see the reliability is really some kind of foundation for very successful live streaming. So I have to say, so you will definitely need to choose the reliable device using a reliable network, and actually that's the reason why Kiloview is here. So I noticed quite a lot of customers, probably they just do, or maybe not our customers, probably would be the professional customers, but I can see people really just use the mobile phone to do the live streaming, or they just use a kind of capture card together with the software for the live streaming. So from the point of view, from our point of view, we would say this will definitely increase some kind of possibilities for unreliable streaming. So for example, when we use the mobile phone to do the live streaming, and then a phone call coming, then probably the streaming will be interrupted. While if you are using your laptop, for example, to do the streaming, and then I don't know if you are running some kind of programs and the CPU goes higher, and then probably this will also be interrupted. So just use a kind of dedicated hardware, for example, encoder for live streaming with professional functions. Kiloview has, we can support quite a lot of the different functions and make sure it's 24/7 for the live streaming non-stop. And I think this will increase the reliability quite a lot.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing a very important live stream, you will not really use, let's say, we understand, we meet a lot of people that are using software-based live streaming with their capture cards and all, but then you have that laptop or computer basically running other things, and that reduces reliability right away. And then when people are there's also a different argument wherein people are using mobile phones direct. Well, apart from the fact that if someone calls, the stream, it gets interrupted, but at the same time, even a 5-year-old kid can actually do that. What separates you as a professional live stream company from from those kids that are actually doing it as well. And I think this is the part wherein I want to know, or our viewers will want to know more. So before we leave, can we highlight one of Kiloview's streaming appliance? I know that a while ago I preempted it and mentioned about Kiloview E03. I want to show it, but it's actually running in our system right now for this live stream.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you to speak about it then.
Yeah, okay. Of course, actually Kiloview has a bunch of the products that can support live streaming. But if we're talking about, first I would like to say Kiloview. So actually, we are just trying to offer the solutions to help, as you previously mentioned, why you should choose a kind of professional device that's actually you want to make something different with a 5-year-old child. So actually for Kiloview, we are just helping the professionals. If you are already a professional live streamer, then using Kiloview, then it will make your live streaming even easier and maybe more cost effective. While for maybe you are new to the industry, then choosing Kiloview, then it will make sure you are delivering the content even more professional, or maybe just make your content like a professional. So that's what Kiloview is trying to do or trying to offer, and maybe that's the value of Kiloview that brings to this industry. Well, get back to our E3, then I have to say, wow, that's amazing. Just don't stop me because I have a lot of things to talk. For the E3, actually, we can see it's a kind of dual input. So that means we can cover both SDI and 4K HDMI inputs. So that means either you are a professional one that you got SDI cameras, or you got your just the ordinary cameras to connect with encoder. Both can be supported. And just imagine, for example, if we want to do some kind of production with 2 cameras at the same time, then you can connect both cameras to the same device and do the streaming, and then even you can switch between the two video sources. And of course, even just for a very simple production, you can mix the inputs, both input SDI and HDMI together, and then we get the picture-in-picture outputs simultaneously. So that's the the magic of the E3. So even one device, you can use it as a kind of maybe just get a production, a professional production. And also, of course, they can support H.265, so that means you can save some bandwidth, or even with the same bandwidth, the image quality will be better. And also, it's just like a Swiss knife, we can support all different kinds of the protocols. For live streaming, of course, most important part would be RTMP, while at the same time, we can even support like SRT, we can even support NDI and everything all in the same box, and they can run automatically. So simultaneously, sorry, I mean. So you can just imagine, you can do the live streaming while you can save the content because we support recording, and also you can remotely transmit not only to the live streaming platform but also to another place, and people can receive it to do the production, or even just for the local production you can use NDI to finish everything. So it's just really a kind of powerful device. And also for live streaming we have also different functions. For example, you can just mirror your image, you can add the OSDs, you can of course, you can support all those kind of different functions. You can add your text on it, and also, it supports multiple audio channels, and that is how PoE supported. You can power it by Ethernet. So yeah, the E3 that's what you can see. You can do a lot of things, and you got a small device, and it can make your live streaming really very easy.
That's really a lot of features to really speak about E3. And
Yeah.
normally a conversation for E3 for us would take about an hour just to run through all the features of it, and
Yeah.
trying all the protocols that little device is supporting. And even if it's a very small device, it packs a lot of power
Yeah.
to it. It does a lot of things. And I know
Yeah.
you're being very nice and not telling our viewers how much it is, but it's really, it's a very cost-effective product that, normally what I do is that I demo the product, show everything that it does, and then after the demo, I would ask, how much do you think this is? And the lowest price that I get from
1,000,
people that
2,000.
actually the lowest price that I get is around 1,200. Said $1,200, and I was like, actually, if you're speaking in dirhams, you're actually close. But it's a really cost-effective product, and when people who really understands live streaming and they see what this device can do, they would really be surprised on how much this price is actually gonna cost them. And as a matter of fact, we had conversations with different people that are just planning to buy, let's say, a single unit, but then because of the price, they realize that, okay, it won't hurt to, basically purchase a couple more as a backup in case anything happens, or basically, expand their streaming business. So yeah, it's a very interesting afternoon for me, Judy, and I hope you enjoyed this session too. But before I let you go, may I ask you, do you have any questions for our viewers out there who are really interested to go into the live streaming business?
Yeah, I think if you really want to go into the live streaming business, just imagine it's never like before. Things can be really really easy. You can just do live streaming as a professional one. With the support of Kiloview. So previously we mentioned we have the E3, it's really easy, and also we have quite a lot of the other live streaming products that can help you to set up even, just like a kind of studio, a professional studio to finish everything with very, based on the IP technology, everything is really, really easy. So yeah, if you are interested, or if you want to start live streaming, don't be hesitant and find Kiloview products. You will find it's really really easy.
Yes, and make the most out of the technology that we have, both on the live streaming appliance from Kiloview, but at the same time, the access to a reliable and fast internet these days, which is very crucial for that. So yeah, thanks a lot for your time, Judy, and we hope to see you again in Dubai real soon. So I don't know. I'm wondering when are we going to meet you again in Dubai?
Yeah, of course. I also look forward to visit Dubai again. And thank you so much for having me with the live streaming, the chat today. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy to, if my sharing will really be helpful for you, and just feel free to contact us or contact MediaCast if you have any questions about live streaming technologies.
All right. Okay. So thanks a lot for your time, Judy, and for our viewers out there. If you want to know more about this Kiloview appliance, streaming appliance, or any other Kiloview equipment that does NDI conversions and all, we would love to speak to you, and we would like to have a more intimate conversations with you. So you know where to find us. We have our own experience center wherein you can just walk in and or schedule your visit with us, and we will be very happy to speak to you and answer whatever questions that you have. So again, till we see you again, bye!